Drama and passion are always in fashion when it's Leo and Scorpio. Yes, I'm really excited to talk about the combination of Leo with Scorpio, because this is not a theoretical combination. It's a combination that you're going to find time and time again out there, because these two are really attracted to each other. Often it's love at first sight. So what do we have? We have Leo, which is fixed earth, and Scorpio, which is fixed water. So I have this image in my mind of a volcano covered in ice and it's dormant. And the question is, will the volcano erupt and melt the snow and ice? Or will the volcano remain dormant? As I say, a very exciting combination. Lots of traditional astrologers will say to you that Scorpio go well with Pisces and Cancer, and Leo go well with Aries and Sagittarius. However, those are theoretical combinations. In real life, you're going to be finding that these two signs are drawn together. There's this magnetic instant attraction, and they will come together. Sometimes they won't necessarily like each other even at first, but they will be curious about each other, really excited to know more about each other. Now, what really stands out about this combination for me is that they are so fiercely protective of each other. These signs have both got each other's back. So if you mess with one of them, expect the other one to come around and sort you out, because they won't stand for that. Yeah, sure, sometimes they're going to argue and they're going to clash, but as a unit, they are going to stick together to fight everyone else off. And this is a power combination. So an example that's quite current at the moment is Hillary and Bill Clinton, where Hillary is the Scorpio and Bill Clinton is the Leo. As you can see, this works really well for power couples, for political couples, because they can really stand together and propel each other to great heights, and they can weather many, many, many storms. Another example is Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. In this case, it's the lady, she's the Leo, and Bill Gates is the Scorpio. And here's another example of a power couple. So, have any of you guys ever done some DIY? Well, first thing I've got to say is shame, especially you ladies. It's not the funnest thing, is it? But anyone will know that if you have two smooth surfaces, they won't adhere to each other. If you want them to adhere, you have to kind of razz up each surface, rough it up a little bit, and then it comes together and creates a strong bond. And what I think in this partnership is, because there will be some conflict and some aggro, it actually drives the relationship forward and brings them closer and creates a deeper bond of love and trust and feeling. And that's why this works really well. One of the things I do when I'm not talking about astrology is I write fiction. And as it happens, in fiction they will always say that conflict drives plot, and conflict is essential for your character development. And that's why this combination draws two characters together, two characters with a lot in common, but with also a lot that they can clash about. But it almost propels them forward in terms of spiritual development, personality development, and emotional development. So this is not a combination where you're going to get two couples having an easy ride. It's a combination that encourages growth, development, and evolvement on a personal and emotional level. So what about these two characters? Well, Leo love attention, as we know, and Scorpios make very, very attentive, loving partners, and they're going to shower Leo with all this attention that Leo absolutely loves. But Leos, they're not just all about themselves, they're not all about attention, here, here, me, me. They're also great cheerleaders, and they're very good at booming other people up and encouraging other people. And that's what Leo will be doing. They'll be increasing the Scorpio's confidence. Because as you all know, Scorpios can be a little bit shy and sometimes reclusive, and Scorpios don't always know their talents. They really underestimate themselves. And when the Leo comes in their lives, the Leo is going to give them a boost of confidence and really help the Scorpio to develop more self-esteem and to drive them forward and to help them be far more publicity and public orientated. So the Scorpio is going to be giving the Leo a lot of security and stability in life, and many times the Scorpio can help the Leo to develop their ideal home. But this, in turn, the Leo can help the Scorpio to become far more involved with the public in terms of their career, very good for political careers, and can help the Scorpio to be less introverted, more extroverted, more able to put themselves out there in front of people and get their ideas ahead. So Leo can help the Scorpio with their career. Very often you find that when these two come together, it could be an age gap relationship where there's one of them is a father figure or a mother figure to the other. So it does work quite well in those situations where one happens to be the older couple. Now, you've all heard of the Great British Bake Off. Well, between these two it can sometimes be the Great British Sulk Off, because both these signs are quite passionate, quite dramatic. When they get upset, they get really, really upset. And Leo can often be inclined to go away and feel really sorry for themselves and to lick their wounds. And Scorpios can storm off, slam the door, get really angry and stay sort of simmering and boiling for quite some time. And because these signs are both quite proud, it can be a while before they're prepared to let the things lie and come back together again and start talking. So often it's helpful to have a friend who can act as a go-between and to just add a little bit of humour, quieten things down a bit. Now, in the bedroom, this is a fantastic combination, probably because these signs take everything at a deep level. Everything matters terribly, and in the bedroom there's a very deep level of understanding, of commitment, of feeling. You can just feel the sensuality oozing from this couple. So because they are so inclined to be dramatic and to feel things at a very intense level, because both these signs have a very emotional side, this means that things in the bedroom are never dull. They're exciting, and often the best sex happens to be when they're making up after an argument. Never was it so true that the fighting may be bad, but the making up is really special. Okay, So I'm thinking that this is a great and exciting combination. Problem is you're going to get is both sides are really stubborn and can get really set in their ways. So it's really good when you are involved with friends and family who can be go-betweens when you need it and can help diffuse some of that tension that builds up. These signs make great parents because they are extremely protective, nurturing, and very, very encouraging. So if you happen to be a child of a couple of Scorpio and Leo, it's likely that you will have a very solid start and your parents will be extremely attentive and also protective of you. So I always tend to think Scorpio, all Scorpios, have a lot of Sicilian blood. The Leos have a lot of Italian blood. So it's really dramatic, flamboyant, exciting and passionate. It's almost like living on the set of an Italian opera between these two. So whether they're getting on like a house on fire and chatting and laughing all night, or perhaps they're arguing with each other and they're throwing plates at each other, you can guarantee it's going to be noisy. So it will be ideal for this couple to live in a house instead of an apartment, because you're going to be having the neighbours knocking saying, quieten down already, guys. Now, one last thing I'd like to say about this combination is it's an extremely karmic combination. What I mean by that is it may well be that the couple who come together, the Leo and Scorpio, have unfinished business from another lifetime that they need to work through and resolve in this lifetime. And that is why it's a combination that demands growth. It demands forgiveness, and it demands that both couples are prepared to evolve, both emotionally and psychologically. It's not going to be an easy partnership where demands are not made. You're continually going to be placed under demands in this relationship where you're made to question yourself, your motives, your love, your commitment. But there's a possibility for something really exciting emerging here, not only just in terms of the relationship, but in terms of your own personal growth and moving towards something that is very exciting on a whole number of dimensional levels. Okay, we have my books here, Scorpio and Leo Horoscope for 2016, all available on Amazon. Of course, there's one for all the other signs as well, but I chose to talk about these two today because it's an exciting combination, full of fire, and like I said at the beginning, drama and passion, always the fashion with these two.